Hi, ML enthusiast. Hope you all are doing well. First of all, I welcome all of you to our channel, Machine Learning for Analytics. With this channel, we are taking baby steps towards our journey of getting into the world of data science, machine learning, data analysis. These videos will actually help in understanding the concepts that are explained in our blog, mlforanalytics.com. And we will be going through all these tutorials and we will be learning each and everything. Over here, we will be providing free education to all of you. With this, I begin our tutorial, which is Introduction to Pandas. So Pandas is a very powerful and very popular library of Python. It is used by almost every data scientist, every machine learning enthusiast, because it makes working with data, manipulating data frames, and doing, doing manipulations, transformations very easy. So. Before going towards pandas, let's learn two things first. Um, One thing is series, the other thing is data frame. So if we understand this first, then we will be able to understand the whole tutorial in a much better way. So let's get started. First comes series. So by series, I mean a one-dimensional array. So you must have learned, or even if you haven't, so arrays they comprise of values of similar data type, of same data type, and series is a one-dimensional array. So everything which is inside a series belong to same data type. The values may be of integer form, they may be of uh, float data type, they may be of character data type. So anything can happen. So you can think about it as a column. You have a table, and then inside it you have one particular column, and that column can be termed as series. Then comes data frame. Data frame can be said as a collection of many series. So they are multi-dimensional arrays, as in if I'm saying that they may comprise of uh, many series altogether. So it's obvious they will be multi-dimensional. They comprise of rows and columns. And so if you have worked with Microsoft Excel, you must have worked with tables inside that. And in those tables only, we can see that we have one column as name, we have other column as address, a third column as age. So all of them are having different data types. The same happens with data frame. It consists of heterogeneous data. So, as I told you that data types can vary. Then comes other thing. Data frame are usually formed when we read data from some source, and the source is mainly collecting real-time data. So data that we have around us, it's mainly real time, and it can have missing values, it can have garbage values, it can have outliers. So by using pandas, life becomes easier. uh, Pandas helps us in munging this data. So now let's move to next part of this tutorial, which is the first step in working with every package of Python is firstly to import it. So first of all, we will be importing pandas. In order to import any package, we write import command and then write the name of the package, which is done over here. I am running it over here. After that, suppose you want to know the version of the package that you are running. So that can be done by using this command. You write the name of the package, then a dot, and then double underscore version, and then again double underscore. So that will tell me the version of that package I am running. It's 1.0.3 for me. Third, third thing is alias. Alias in programming world are equivalent to nicknames in human world. So pandas, when you will be working with functions of this package, then you will have to type the name of this package, then a dot, and then the function name. And if you will be writing a code which will be having many lines. When it comes to lengthy code, then obviously this will be a pain. So to avoid that, I'm giving it an alias, and that is PD in case of pandas and NP in case of NumPy. So if NumPy is another powerful package of Python. It mainly deals with arrays. If you want to learn more about this package, you can go to ml4analytics.com and search NumPy in the search bar, and you will get all tutorials that we have written. So that will be very helpful. If you want to access the built-in documentation of this package, then you can type the alias name and then a question mark, and this will fetch you the documentation, built-in documentation. Please be sure to give this a good read. It will let you know more about this powerful package. Then comes if you want to access the namespace, namespace of Pandas, then you can do so by writing the package name or alias and then typing a dot, and then you will be thrown a list of all the functions or any other things that you can do by means of this package. And so you can choose anything over here, and I'm choosing melt. So if I run it over here, then I am shown that it's a function first of all, and it is found in this class of pandas module. Then comes series, forming a series. So from list. So series is a function which is found in a pandas package. So in series function, I am providing a list, and this function turns it into a series. So if I run it, I'm shown that these are the row labels or indexes, and these are the values. So I have written the same over here, and the data type for these values, they are also shown over here. If I want to access the values of this series, then I can do so by typing the name of the series and then dot and then values. And the output I get is an array with these values inside it. If I want to access a value at a particular index, then I have to type the name of series, then a square bracket, and then the index. So in Python, indexing starts from 0. It happens for most of the languages. Only in case of R, it's different. In R, indexing starts from 1. But if I talk about any other language, then it starts from 0. So if I'm typing 1 over here, then this just means that I'm trying to access the second element of this series. And if I run it over here, then I get 1, which is the second element of the series. If I want to access or extract all values starting from first index to third index, then this will do my job. In this case, the last index is excluded. So if you this is called as slicing. So if you are typing 1 over here and then a colon and 4 over here, then what happens is 1 is excluded, but 1 is included, I'm sorry, and 4 is excluded. So in this case, all values belonging to index 1, 2, and 3, they are extracted, and the value at index 4 is not extracted. So it's just kind of in set theory we had learned that this was included, something was excluded, and we just used to type it like this. So this over here and this over here, and I say 1 and then I say 4. So in this case 1 is included, 4 is excluded. So same principle is followed over here. If I want to if I want to extract all values starting from index 1 till the last index, then this will do my job. I just have to type the name of the number of the index from which I want to extract the values, then a colon, and then nothing. So Python is very intelligent in this case. It understands that I want to extract all values starting from this index till the last. Even this will do my job. 1, then colon, then 5. Uh, I mean, 5 is obviously not included, and in this case, 1, 2, 3, and 4 values at these indexes will be included. Now let's talk about creating data frame with 2 or more series. So in this case, I'm taking the example of house. So I'm I'm making a dictionary over here. These are known as the keys of dictionary, and then these are termed as values. So I'm saying that the value for key house A is 2, the value for key house B is 3, and the value for key house C is 4. And I will be passing this dictionary to series function, and then this will lead to the formation of a series, that is number of rooms. So this is just a case where I'm preparing house sales data. So these are the number of rooms for all these 3 houses, and for in case of dictionary too, these are the prices in rupees, which the dictionary for which is then passed to the series function of pandas, and then I get a price in rupees series. So you can see that these are the row labels now, and these are the values corresponding to them, or you can say column. And then what I'm doing over here is I'm again making a dictionary. I am in this dictionary I have prepared 2 keys. One is number of rooms, and the other key is price in rupees, and these are the values. These 2 series are the values, number of rooms and price in rupees. I am passing this dictionary now to the data frame function of pandas, and then what you get is a data frame. Houses data becomes a data frame, and when I run it over here, oh, I think I haven't run this. So when I rerun this, now it should work. So I get this output. These are the row labels for this data frame. The data frame is having two columns, number of rooms and price in rupees. If I want to access the index of this data frame, then I'll type the name of the data frame, then a dot, and then call index on that. And what I'll get is I'll get this list of indices, and the data type of this list is object. I'll be doing the same over here, but in this case I will be calling columns function because I want to know uh, which columns belong to this data frame. So when I will be calling this command, then I will be getting a list of columns that comprise of this data frame. So when I run it, it tells me that it is having two columns. One is number of rooms, other one is price in rupees, and the data type is again object. If I want to access any particular column, then I will type the name of data frame, square bracket, and then I will be passing the name of column to single quotes, and I'll be closing the square bracket, and then I will be able to access this column, number of rooms. Again, the data type is integer 64. The name of column is number of rooms. If I want to access um, any particular row or multiple number of rows, then I can do so by using lock. Lock stands for location. So in this case, I'll be typing the name of data frame, then a dot, and I'll be calling a lock on top of that, and I will be passing the row label to lock. So this works when the I have given labels to my rows, or I have named those rows. So in this case, by means of dictionary, I had named these rows, so I'm passing this to lock. And if I run it over here, then I will be getting the details for this row, that is house A. The number of rooms uh, is 2, and the price in rupees is 50 lakhs. The data type of both of these, uh, two columns is integer 64, or you can say this row is integer 64, and the name of this row is house A. If I want to access multiple rows using lock, then I will be passing the list of row labels. This is a list. This is a list, and I'll be doing the same as I did before. And now I will be able to see house A, the data for house A and house B, and I will see that it's having two columns, number of rooms, price in rupees. So it's kind of subsetting. If there are cases when I do not know the row labels, or all rows are not labeled. If I am having a data which is having large number of rows, then in that case, this method, lock method, won't be feasible. So in that case, I just have one thing, that is indexes. So I want to extract all rows starting from index 1 till the last index of this data frame. So for that, I will be calling iloc. So it stands for index location, and this should fetch the data for me. So all rows starting from index 1 to the last index, that is how C, they are extracted. Then comes preparing a data frame with single series. This can be done in this manner. You pass the series to the data frame function, and you can provide the name of this series in columns parameter, and when you run it, you get this as the output. You will be able to build up a data frame by means of arrays also. So what I'm doing is I'm calling ones function of NumPy, and I want to get three elements of three ones in this case. But what I'm doing is in D type parameter, I am passing these two things over here. I am saying that I want two columns X and Y. The data type of X should be integer and the data type of Y should be float. And if I run it, then I get this as the output. Clearly, I can see three tuples, and the first tuple comprises of integer 1 and float 1. The same goes for other two tuples. I can see over here that for X the data type is integer, for Y it's float. And then I'll be passing this array to data frame function of pandas. So I get this as the output. I get two columns. First column is having all ones, of course, but it's in the integer form. The second column is having float ones, but in Y. So, and these 0, 1, and 2, they are of course indexes or row labels. So guys, with this I conclude this tutorial. I hope you were able to understand the things that you missed while reading the blog tutorial, or this video helped you in clearing these basic concepts in more simplified manner. So in coming tutorials, we will be getting into lot more complex topics. We will be covering statistics. We will be covering mathematics. We will be learning how to implement them in Python. We will be learning how to use Python in case of financial analytics. We will be learning how to use Python in building machine learning models. So the usage of Python is again multidimensional. So we will be covering all of them in much greater detail. These are basic tutorials. These are there so that and even a beginner will be able to follow our blog. So gradually the difficulty level and the complexity will grow, and the learning will become fun, of course. So have a great day. Thank you. Bye bye.